Hello everybody, I'm InTheLittleWood, also known as Martin, and welcome back to the channel. Today, for all three of us that still play Pokemon Go, there's been a little update regarding Valentine's Day. And it's not just Valentine's Day, it's Valentine's Week, which is really cool. So from today, which is the 8th of Feb, all the way through to Feb 15th, this event is going to be running. Let's have a quick look at PokemonGoLive.com. This is where they've done all of the blog posts about the updates. And straight away, we've got this one right here, which is adorable. It says, celebrate Valentine's Day with us. And you've got a Clefable and a Chansey listed there, and you'll see why in just a second. So the message starts off with trainers. With Valentine's Day just around the corner, we couldn't think of a sweeter time to double the amount of candy you'll earn every single time you hatch a Pokemon, catch a Pokemon, or transfer a Pokemon, which for me is amazing because at the moment I am on that Alakazam grind. I've got a Kadabra with 64 candy and I'm only getting 1 candy every 3 kilometers. So obviously if I can keep on walking him, I'm probably going to have an Alakazam by the end of the event. And then if I have a little look in my Pokedex, I think my only other ones at the moment that I'm trying to get are people like Muck. So you can see I've got a Muck there. I don't know how high up my Grimer is at the moment. I think I've maybe only got like 10 candy for him. Yeah, I literally only have the one. I've caught a singular Grimer, which I think is actually the one that I got in the video that I filmed down in Plymouth when I did the Pokemon Go road trip. So I've got a long way to go to 50. And then my ever elusive Dragonite. I've only ever had one wild encounter with a Dragonite, and I nearly had my second last week actually. I was in a taxi with somebody else, they saw the Dragonite pop up, and by the time I loaded the app up, it had despawned. I was gutted. And on that front, I've only got 16 candy, so this event could not come at a better time for me. And then it moves on to say, throughout the celebration, you'll notice that Chansey and Clefable, as well as many other adorable pink Pokemon, will be encountered more frequently in the wild. Cleffa, Igglybuff, and Smoochum will also be more likely to hatch from eggs. And to help you paint your town pink this Valentine's Day, lure modules will last for 6 hours for the entire duration of the event. Just put that into perspective. Usually a lure module is there for 30 minutes. They are multiplying that up exponentially. It's insane. Just think of all of the chances to catch not only pink Pokemon, but any kind of Pokemon if you have so many lure modules down. I wouldn't be surprised if every city centre in the UK and probably in other places as well are just going to be lure modules consistently for the next week. So let's figure out which Pokemon we're going to be able to find that are pink during this window of time. So I've gone onto Bulbapedia, the Wikipedia, and we've got a list here of pink Pokemon. So which ones are available in Gen 1? We've got Clefairy, Clefable, Jigglypuff, Wigglytuff, Slowpoke and Slowbro. Execute kind of comes into that category. I'd agree with that one. Lickitung for sure. Chansey for sure. Mr. Mime and Porygon, I'm half and half on. I don't know if they're going to spawn more frequently. I'd love it because I don't currently have a Porygon. And then there's Mew, and of course that is almost definitely not going to happen. And then it wraps up the post by saying this time limited event will run from the 8th to the 15th from 11 till 11 AM. So I'm pretty excited for this event. Let me know in the comment section below what you reckon to the event. Are you going to be playing the game again for another week or two? People seem to come back in waves during these events, so it's always quite interesting. I think the thing that I'm most excited for is the fact that now for my Pokedex, I'll kind of give you a little update seeing as I've not done a video in a while. So you can see all of the Pokemon that I've captured and evolved and all sorts of stuff here. I've got the occasional gap for things like Kangaskhan and Farfetch, which you can't get obviously in the European region. I do have a Taurus though, which is pretty rad. Still no Lapras, no Snorlax, no Dragonite, nothing along those lines, no Kabutops. I don't have one of those. On the baby Pokemon front, this event's great for me because I already have Pichu, but I don't have Cleffa and Igglybuff. But I do happen to have Smoochum, who's going to be higher in this event. And then, of course, I've got Elekid and Magby. I got really lucky when the baby Pokemon first released, and like 3 eggs in a row for 10k, I just got baby, baby, baby. It was awesome. So that's it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. On the screen right now, feel free to click the annotation to check out the Pokemon card unboxing that I did of the brand new Sun and Moon set. That'll be on the left-hand side. And over on the right, there's a little playlist from my second channel where I open Pokemon cards on a regular basis. So check those out, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.